Imagine a world where every move you make is watched, every word you speak is weighed, and even your thoughts aren't your own. That's 1984, George Orwell's chilling dystopian novel that's haunted readers since its publication in 1949. The book 1984 is not just a fiction, it is a warning. And after you understand what Orwell was really trying to tell us, you'll never look at the world the same way again. By the end of this video, you'll understand why tech billionaires keep copies of this book on their desks, why it tops bestseller lists during political upheavals, and most importantly, how its insights can help you navigate our increasingly complex world. The story drops us into a strange world from the very first sentence. It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. We're in London, but it's not the London we know. It's now called Airstrip 1, a part of the giant country of Oceania. The world is gray, dirty, and smells like old boiled cabbage. And on every wall, a huge poster of a man with a thick black mustache stares out. The words underneath say, "Big Brother is watching you." This is where we meet Winston Smith. He's a 39-year-old man who feels older than his years, with a painful ulcer on his ankle. He wears the standard blue overalls of the ruling party and works in the Ministry of Truth. But the Ministry of Truth is all about lies. He has a strange job. His task is to literally change the past. He rewrites old newspaper articles and deletes records so that the party always looks like it was right about everything. It's based on the party's main slogan, "Who controls the past, controls the future. Who controls the present, controls the past." But Winston has a secret. He hates the party. This is incredibly dangerous. Even thinking a rebellious thought, a thought crime, is the worst crime you can commit. If you're caught, you're vaporized, erased from life so completely that it's like you never existed. And the party sees everything. Telescreens, which are like TVs that watch you back, are everywhere. One day, Winston takes a huge risk. In a small corner of his apartment, hidden from the telescreen, he opens a beautiful diary he bought illegally. He starts writing down his thoughts, even though he knows it could get him killed. He writes for a different time, a better future. He writes, "To the future or to the past, to a time when truth exists and what is done cannot be undone." Two people become important in his life. The first is a young woman named Julia. At first, Winston hates and fears her. She seems like a perfect party member, a spy in the making from the anti-sex league. He's terrified she'll turn him in. The second is O'Brien, a powerful, high-ranking member of the inner party. Winston feels a strange connection to him and holds on to a desperate hope that O'Brien is secretly a rebel too. This hope becomes solid during the 2 minutes hate, a daily ritual where everyone screams at the face of the party's #1 enemy, Emmanuel Goldstein. For just a split second, Winston's eyes meet O'Brien's, and he feels a jolt of understanding. It's as if O'Brien is saying, "I'm on your side." That single moment gives Winston the courage to keep hoping. Then, the unthinkable happens. The dark-haired girl, Julia, secretly passes him a small, folded note. When he finally reads it, his world is flipped upside down. It says, "I love you." His fear of her turns into obsession. They begin a secret affair, which is an act of rebellion in itself. The party wants to control everything, especially love and loyalty. But they are different kinds of rebels. Winston cares about big ideas like truth and history. Julia's rebellion is more basic and physical. As Winston tells her, "You're only a rebel from the waist downwards." For her, the party is just a set of stupid rules to be broken so you can have some fun. She brings him real coffee and sugar from the black market, and in their secret meetings, she wears makeup and perfume, things that are forbidden because they express individuality. They find their own secret place, a room above the junk shop where Winston bought his diary. With no telescreen, it's a tiny piece of the past, a safe bubble where they can be together. The room becomes their entire world, symbolized by a glass paperweight. Winston buys a small piece of coral frozen in clear glass. He feels as if they are inside it. fixed in a sort of eternity at the heart of the crystal. At the same time, O'Brien reaches out. He invites Winston to his luxurious apartment, a place unlike anything Winston has ever seen. O'Brien does something shocking. He turns off the telescreen. He tells Winston that the Brotherhood, the secret anti-party organization, is real. He, O'Brien, is part of it. Finally, Winston's biggest hope seems to have come true. He and Julia eagerly swear to do anything for the cause. But their time in their secret paradise is short. One evening, as they lie in their room, an iron voice speaks from behind a picture on the wall. "You are the dead," it says. Suddenly, the room is filled with uniformed thought police. Their sanctuary is smashed, just like the glass paperweight that one of the officers throws against the hearth. The last Winston sees of Julia, she is being beaten and dragged away. And the kind old shop owner, Mr. Charrington, walks in, his face transformed. He's a member of the thought police. The whole thing was a trap. Winston is taken to the Ministry of Love, a place with no windows and no darkness, where the lights are never turned off. Here, his re-education begins. The suffering is beyond anything he could have imagined. He is tortured for weeks, maybe months. The man in charge of his torture is O'Brien. He is no longer a friend, but a tormentor who explains the party's terrifying vision. The party doesn't want power to help people. It wants power for its own sake. The object of persecution is persecution. The object of torture is torture. The object of power is power. O'Brien explains that reality is whatever the party says it is. He holds up 4 fingers and, using pain, forces Winston to say and believe that he sees 5. He teaches Winston doublethink, the ability to believe 2 opposite things at the same time. O'Brien shows Winston his own reflection in a mirror, and Winston sees a horrifying skeleton-like man. This is what the party does to its enemies. If you want a picture of the future, O'Brien says, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. Winston tries to hold on to one last piece of himself. He tells O'Brien, "I have not betrayed Julia," meaning he still loves her. O'Brien understands. To fix that, he sends Winston to the one place he has been dreading, Room 101. Room 101 contains every person's worst nightmare. For Winston, it's rats. O'Brien brings in a cage of large, hungry rats, ready to be unleashed on his face. In absolute mind-shattering terror, Winston screams the only words that can save him. "Do it to Julia! Do it to Julia, not me. Julia, I don't care what you do to her. Tear her face off. Strip her to the bones, not me. Julia, not me." He has betrayed her. The final part of his humanity is gone. The story ends with Winston back in the outside world, a changed man. He sits in a cafe drinking gin. He is no longer a rebel. When the telescreen announces a great military victory, he feels a surge of love for the party. The fight was over. He had finally beaten the part of himself that rebelled. The book's final heartbreaking words say it all. He loved Big Brother. Winston's story ends not with death, but with something far worse, the complete victory of the party over the human spirit. He has become exactly what they wanted, a perfect citizen who loves his own oppression. In Winston's world, the past is whatever the party says it was. The future is whatever the party promises it will be, and the present is an eternal now of control and surveillance. Truth is not discovered but created. Reality is not observed but constructed. Love is not felt but assigned. 1984 isn't just a book, it's a wake-up call. Have you read it? Did Winston's fate haunt you? Or maybe you see Big Brother's shadow in today's world. Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this video sparked something, hit that like button, share it with your book-loving friends, and subscribe with the bell icon for more deep dives into classic reads.